Hello there once again, it's your old pal Locke the Bounty Hunter, and on today's very special episode, we're taking a look at a video from one of my favorite channels on all of YouTube. You know it, It's Complicated, doing a video on gender equality. Oh man, this one sounds like a lot of fun. The link to his channel is in the description down below. Please check out his work, like his videos, subscribe to him. You know me, I have nothing but the utmost respect for the gifts from the intergalactic space god Flord, all hail, and this man is of no exception. So let's not waste any more time and dive right in, shall we?
Do you believe in gender equality?
No.
I do. I mean, I think it's great that we, consider each gender for who they are and what they need.
But we don't do that. We praise one while damning the other.
I do think that maybe there are things that can be contributed differently from each gender, but I mean, I kind of think that's kind of dependent on the relationship you're in.
How can men and women be equal if we're not the same?
Well, we can be equal because we're all just humans on Earth, honestly. There's no really difference between, biological, differences in DNA.
That is one of the biggest differences when it comes to humans. But then again, I'm not actually surprised. You look like you haven't slept in like 6 days. Our DNA makeup is literally what makes us different from every other person on this planet. Our biological makeup make us unequal. That is how it works. It's not a good thing or bad thing. It just is.
I have a big thing about this when they're trying to put equality for men and women. We're not equal at all. I don't care what everybody says. Yes, I know about the pay and everything, but it's just we're totally different.
I guess it depends in what way we think about it. Like if we're thinking about it in a loving relationship, I think making sure you think of each other as partners and equals.
A relationship is not a partnership. I've said it a million times. Partnerships are for law firms and buddy cop movies. Men are not looking for partners. Men are looking for a feminine woman to contribute to his life, and vice versa. A woman's looking for a masculine man to do the same thing. There's nothing wrong with that. And we're not talking just about gender equality in relationships. In society as a whole, women are demanding to be treated as equals, which, if we actually translate correctly, women are asking for preferential treatment at the cost of men. That's what this is all about.
Can do that.
I believe in equality in a lot of ways, but I do think that men and women have different roles, maybe sometimes.
Maybe sometimes. How much you want to bet this woman has a master's degree?
How can men and women be equal if we're not the same?
I think there should be equality in things like paying and being able to have bank accounts.
Hold up, are you saying that women don't have bank accounts? Are you saying the patriarchy is preventing you from having a bank account? Oh my god, this is why I love this channel. I live for this kind of stuff. This is just precious.
And things that we didn't even have less than 50 years ago.
How can men and women be equal if coochie costs more money than dick?
That's an interesting one. I think that's one that has to do with the way society has put coochie as something that has to be paid for and dick doesn't.
And who put the price on that? Who set the market value to that particular thing that I can't say on YouTube or else I will get in the doghouse? Who sets the market value? It's not the men. You're the ones who set the market value. You are the ones who control access to the bedroom. So therefore, the market value is on you. You're the ones who make that choice, not us.
How likely will women pay for dick or make coochie free?
I think women are more likely to make coochie something very expensive.
Depending on the man, Chaticus Maximus will always get that particular act on the cheap if he has to pay for it at all.
And dick free.
How can men and women be equal if we have double standards?
Double standards. Okay, let me not speak about this. I'm going to say something really bad.
No, I don't.
Double standards exist because I'm going to get canceled. I can't say this.
Lady, we all know that you're going to say it, so just spit it out already.
Let's not have double standards.
We need to get rid of the double standards.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. Your existence is based purely on the double standards. Gender equality is the ultimate double standard. Modern women live by that. They need it in order for their arguments to make any form of sense.
Can you think of any double standards that don't benefit women?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Double standards exist because of the people who believe they're more important than everybody else.
So modern women in general is what you're saying. Okay, you're gonna get canceled for that? Frickin' people, I tell you what.
When it comes to their gender, their rights, etc. I feel like double standards should not exist. I don't know if I'm making sense, but they exist to a certain extent with certain people.
They exist because you demand they exist. That is why double standards are the way they are.
All right, this is a little more raunchy, but how can men and women be equal if coochie costs more money than dick?
That's a little. That's actually. I plead the fifth.
Well, I mean, how likely will women pay for dick or make coochie free?
I don't think women pay for dick as much as men pay for.
They don't have to pay for it. They choose who they want in the bedroom. They don't have to pay for it.
Women, so
doesn't that
Men are
prove?
more desperate, that's why.
that does kind of prove a point.
What does equality look like to you?
Equality looks like a woman being able to walk around with a massive nose ring shoved through her septum and not receiving judgment.
What equality looks like to me is not looking down on another person based off something that they can't control.
Equality to me is like being 50-50, always both putting in hard work and dedication into a relationship.
But modern women don't want 50-50. 50-50 is the ultimate insult. Modern women believe that the man should provide everything. The money, the home, the security, everything. And then she doesn't need to provide anything except her mere existence. 50-50 is a pipe dream that modern women tell themselves so they don't have to feel guilty for showing their true colors.
Do women want to be equal or do women want to be special?
I think both.
No, you can't have both. Modern women want to be special. They want to be preferential treatment. That's why the victim mentality is propagated so violently as it is. Modern women are empowered victims. They want special treatment. They want the spotlight shined on them. It's the ultimate source of validation.
Isn't that a contradiction?
I think they want to be both. They want to be special and equal.
When do women want equality and when do they want special treatment?
They want equality when
They don't want equality. They want special treatment. They want preferential treatment. They want to make more money than men. They want to get more attention than men. They want to believe that every single thing they accomplish in life, no matter how minor, is somehow worthy of a medal. Which is why modern women will brag about paying their bills, but if a man does it, he's told that he's not even worthy of a pat on the back for doing that.
it comes to, I would say, like work and pay wise.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If a company is intentionally paying you less than a man for the exact same job, that is literally illegal. You can sue for that. Companies cannot do that. They cannot pay you less simply because of what you pack betwixt your legs. But they'll give you preferential treatment. They'll make sure that you get that promotion. Well, they used to. Modern women have become so insufferable that corporations are laying them off left and right because nobody wants to work with them.
But special treatment, they want to be, you know, I want this, I want that, I want these rings, I want these clothes, I want you to buy this for me.
I want a man to take care of me. I want him to provide for me, but I will take care of him if he takes care of me as well.
Liar, liar, liar. No, you say that, but what do you mean when you say that you will also take care of him? The problem is that you're not mentioning anything that you're willing to do. It's always a tit for tat mentality when it comes to modern relationships. I'll cook the dinner, but he's gonna have to clean the dishes. I'll do the laundry, but he has to fold the towels the way I want him to. We will have bedroom fun, but only when I want to. Anytime he brings up his needs, I'm just gonna call him a pig. That's what it's all about. Now, if you are actually willing to take care of your man, more power to you. But it sucks there's a level of cynicism when it comes to modern relationships, but who set that precedent?
It depends if you want to play the female role, the male role, or do you guys just want to be equal partners?
That's the thing, lady. You suck at all three. I can already tell.
I lean into my feminine energy, so I know what I'm best at, and I can do what I'm best at, and hopefully my man is doing what he's best at, and we come together, and it's perfect balance.
Well, I hope the thing that you're best at is better than your ability to formulate a sentence, because good God. Oh, Lord.
Why would women who used to be protected and provided for choose to work and pay taxes instead?
Because they don't think ahead. They are told that the key to liberation is to be enslaved by a corporation. They are told in order to truly be free, they need to freaking pay taxes. It's the ultimate Mississippi shuffle. They were forced to look to the left while everyone else was dancing to the right. You got duped.
There's a power in self-sufficiency and independence, and I don't know, when I walk around and know that I can do whatever I want with whatever money I make or anything like that, there's a big power in that, and then it chooses people not to feel like they can decide what I do.
But what do you do with that power? Let's say you have a full-time job, you're making enough money to be able to pay for your own bills and your own rent. That's 40 hours a week that you are dedicating to this job. That leaves you like, what, 2 days a week to be able to do the stuff that you want. And typically, you have your errands to run, you have your chores to do, all of that stuff that you would be doing if you were married anyways. So what exactly are you doing? You're not doing as much as you think. You tell yourself that you are, but you're not doing anything.
At the time, like I said, we didn't have big accounts, we couldn't buy our own houses, so we want to be able to survive on our own. And now that we can survive on our own, now we have the option to be on our own, be independent women, or we can also have a traditional life with a man.
Lady, you just talked about how you were like this ultra feminine woman who knows what she's good at, and now you're actually talking about owning your own houses and owning your own cars and living your own life like a man. So which one is it?
Why do women get to pick and choose any more than a man does?
Because women believe that they are entitled to a certain caliber of man. That only goes so far into the bedroom. It's the man who decides if he wants anything else from her more than just a couple of rounds of rolling in the hay.
Men pick and choose less. I want my man to tell me where I'm eating for dinner.
Well, I want a refrigerator box full of solid gold. What's your point?
What does it mean when women say that men are supposed to lead, and how is that different than patriarchy?
Well, honestly, in the modern day, and I can speak this to my own relationship, like, I want to be an equal in my relationship, but as how men are brought up, I feel like being so motherly to a boy can make them not as self-sufficient. So when the next woman comes in as their partner, they're not feeling like they're equals anymore, because we still have to almost baby them because they're not like ready.
You have no idea how offensive you sound right now. This whole notion that men are incapable of being able to take care of themselves. You're saying that men are just like children. Even though we have jobs, we are working incredibly hard, and we're doing our best, you look at us and just say, you're nothing but a bunch of boys. We don't want to be mothers. Like, we're not looking for mothers. We're looking for respect. And you're openly disrespecting a majority of the men by saying they're incapable, that you are better than them. Who wants to deal with that?
So it's like when they take lead, it's almost showing like it's for once I can maybe not make a decision, or I can be led into something where I don't have to give more thought than my partner.
But that means you're being ruled by a man, and that's patriarchy. For the love of tennis, you don't even know what the patriarchy is.
Why do people believe that chivalry is dead and feminism killed it?
Because it's the truth.
It did. It absolutely 100% did. Women push for too much of equality. I want a man's man. I want him to treat me like a man. I want equal opinions, but at the same time, I definitely want a man that can protect, hold doors open, do things for me. I want to be feminine. I don't want to be like a man. Some women do, and that's okay. Not my thing, but I do think feminism kind of ruined it for us.
Do women want to be independent while also being provided for? And if so, who's more delusional in their wants?
Yes. Yes. Modern women want the relationship. They want the masculine man to lead them, but they also want that man to be a doormat. She wants that man to look good, be strong, make a whole bunch of money, but not say anything when she goes out on girls' trips. She wants that man to lead, but she wants to be in charge of the finances. It's a gigantic laundry list of contradictions.
Actually, yeah, that's probably pretty true. I'm going to be honest with that one. We're probably more delusional. We want equality, we want this, but we want a man to take care of us too. So, yeah, women are definitely, that's our problem.
How can chivalry and equality coexist? Isn't that a contradiction?
They can't coexist because a feminist view of equality is just justification to disrespect men for no reason. So why should a man be respectful and chivalrous to a woman when she's just going to disrespect him either way? You can't have both in today's society.
That's true. That is true. I believe in equality, not chivalry.
Why do people believe that chivalry is dead and feminism killed it?
I don't know. They shouldn't believe that. I think feminism lifts up women and chivalry can go both ways.
How did feminism lift you up? How? We hear it all the damn time. Feminism has done great things for society. Name them. Name one way that you're better off now than you were 100 years ago. You work a job you can't stand. I'm willing to bet anything you're on some form of antidepressant. You're exhausted and you're not doing anything with your life outside of working for a machine that just chews you up and spits you out. I mean, for crying out loud, if you're going to say that feminism built you up, at least name something.
Well, why doesn't it typically go both ways where, I mean, men are expected to approach women, ask them out, pick them up, pay for dates, make the first move. Why aren't women expected to do all those things as the standard?
We're stuck in traditional ways, and I think it's badass if women go up to men.
You can't say that you're stuck in your traditional ways when you say that traditionalism is bad. That just goes to show how much of a sham feminism truly is. You can't be traditional when it comes to finding a man, but then treat that man like garbage because you want the modern lifestyle. It doesn't work that way.
So do I.
People have this idea about feminism right now. There's like a huge gender war, right? And they say feminism is pretty much hating men and not needing men. And really, feminism is wanting equality.
Feminism was all about bra burning and birth control, I think. Not that big of a historian.
How did feminism go from being about equality to now it's about wanting equity?
Maybe not feeling equal feels like something's taken from them, so you're always going to grab for more if you feel like there's something diminished or lacking in your life.
Do feminists believe in equality even when it doesn't benefit them?
Feminists?
No, they don't believe in that because feminism is all about preferential treatment. It is not about equality. That's just the lie they tell themselves so they can be as unpleasant as they want.
Probably not. I don't know. The only reason I'm not sure about that is just because I don't know if I'm 100% feminist. But if feminists do want equality, then they can't have it all about themselves.
If you were at the top of a hierarchy, would you still want equality even if it was a step down for you?
Nope. The answer is no. They're high up on the food chain. They will never sacrifice what they have for the benefit of everyone else. That is such a rare case of altruism that modern women, I'm willing to bet 9 times out of 10, do not possess.
Is this in a relationship or is this in any regard?
How do you interpret that?
Well, if it was a relationship, yeah. If I'm take right now my relationship, if I'm at the top, then I feel like he's not going to lead, which means all power and decisions come on me. It's exhausting.
But you want power. That's all we ever hear about modern women in relationships is not giving up power.
If I was in my job, if I felt I did my job really well and I was above, I don't believe in equality there because if I'm the best person to do the job, then I believe I should be the one leading the position.
Do you believe in 50-50 relationships or traditional roles and why?
I believe in 50-50.
How can relationships ever be 50-50 if the man is always the one who's expected to sacrifice himself for the woman and serve her with chivalry?
That wouldn't be 50-50.
It's because modern women don't want 50-50. They want more 95-5. Modern women don't want 50-50. It's more like 95-5, and that's if she's feeling like being generous.
I think traditionally men are expected to give more, but in a healthy relationship, whoever is able to gives more than the other.
If we accept that premise, wouldn't that inequality manifest itself in all of our laws and institutions?
Yes, it would, and that's not fair.
Well, how do you see that happening?
In the government and in our societal expectations for each other.
Never get the government involved in your business, especially when it comes to your biological makeup. That's like rule number 1. The second you get the government involved, they never leave you alone. And I feel like this is knowledge that a dog possesses.
Especially in the family courts, right?
Yes, sir.
I know my man doesn't do that because we're 50-50 in our relationship, but I know in other relationships, they're expecting a certain type of man to provide for them, but also like what's theirs is ours and what's ours is ours as well.
But modern relationships aren't what's yours is ours. It's what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. You just call it ours because that makes you look better.
That doesn't make sense to me.
What are your thoughts on the expression happy wife, happy life?
It's a lie. I personally don't like the phrase happy wife, happy life. The reason why is because it puts the onus of responsibility on the man to make the wife happy, and the only way that the man can be happy is if the wife is happy, which is his job. So that man cannot focus on himself. He has to focus all of his energy on his wife just to make her happy so she can make his life tolerable. That just makes no sense to me at all.
Why not happy spouse, happy house? Isn't that more of an equal arrangement?
It is equal, but I think when the wife is happy, everything runs more smoothly because when the wife is happy, it's just like a happier lifestyle.
How would you know? And that's gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. And as always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Leave a couple of comments so we can get together and give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. And once again, I just want to say thank you to the It's Complicated channel for providing yet another amazing video. Once again, the link is in the description down below. Check out his channel. He definitely deserves your support. And thank you so much for checking out this new video, and until next time, peace out, homies.